So I'm curious, with all the stuff that you've done already for content or scenes, are there still a lot of stuff that you want to do?
I'm creative.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
my brain never stops.
It doesn't. Yeah,
it never stops. It's a blessing and a curse. I will be honest.
And that's the thing with being creative. Yeah,
yeah.
You can't turn it off usually.
I always see space for improvement in my work. I always see that I could do better next time, and I also always see potential in everything around me to create something filthy out of it. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of movies too, horror movies to be specific. I know, not big shock here.
No. Well, do you have any favorite directors that you take, say, maybe a lot of inspiration from?
I like Costa Rica's movies, but they are very, very Costa Rica.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like his movies. They're very weird and dark. I love Tim Burton, of course.
Yeah, he's
of
a classic.
Course. I mean, not a shocker here, I know. Again, I'm very predictable. Yeah. When it comes to that, I love Tim Burton movies. Oh, I'm such a big fan of Helena Bonham Carter. Oh
yeah.
Oh my God. This woman is absolutely the best.
She's got that kind of goth. She's always kind of been that goth kind of queen as far as just naturally.
She have a natural mixture between genius and crazy. And I love that. I love that. She enhanced crazy the way it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to keep it in the realm when crazy is not simply just crazy. So yeah, I'm a big fan of their work because they're married, right?
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I'm a big fan of Johnny Depp's movies in general.
Yeah.
I'm also, big fan of Johnny Depp himself.
Yes.
But I'm going more into the realm of in between, like a creepy but more like an Interview with a Vampire concept, like Coppola's Dracula, my favorite movie
that's
of all time. Dracula by Coppola is just absolutely beautiful. Everything about it.
It's amazing. Like the production design, the costume design,
the visuals, the music. Oh my God! And it was actually music made by.
He was a Polish composer.
Coppola, yes.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not great with Polish names.
It's fine. I will not give you shit for that.
And great score.
So yes, and he won an Oscar for his music too. So yeah.
Well, and that's the movie. Well, and what's great about the movie, it's very highly stylized. It wasn't meant to be like this because there are some that'll try to be more realistic and down to earth, but Coppola,
I mean, I do like Christopher Nolan, for example, with his dark stuff too. I love his Bane.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, Tom Hardy as a Bane. Makes me chill.
Yeah, but very different from like Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh yeah, it's 100% different, and I like both actually.
Yeah,
I do like it for different things, for different reasons, for different concepts. But since it's a comic book, it should have depth to it, right? Mm-hmm. We should be able to interpret it in different ways. We don't have to take it like I like how Schwarzenegger didn't take it seriously, and Mr. Freeze is possibly the most comic book persona ever. I'm a huge fan of Poison Ivy, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer as a Catwoman, we can't even. This is the only right Catwoman that exists.
She's the definitive version.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, the only one I can accept. I will be honest. It's like with the Interview with the Vampire. I know they remake it, and I'm so sorry about it. I just why redoing stuff that is perfect by design? Why not go into Chronicles of Vampire of Anne Rice?
There's so many books. There's like 12 or 13 books.
There is so many books. They literally stuck, and they also stuck the Queen of the Damned. It's technically 2 books in one movie.
Yeah, Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned.
So why? I'm asking why. That's my question. Like, there is so much material. You could do so many movies, and you could expand. And there is so many variety in the characters. You don't have to push it on one character to be 2, 3, 4, 5 different actors.
Yeah.
I think Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise did it perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to make Lestat in 3 different people because it was done perfectly fine.
Well, what's funny is so when Tom Cruise was cast as Lestat, Anne Rice actually was totally against that casting. She didn't think she was right at all. I think her initial idea for who she envisioned to be Lestat was a British actor named Julian Sands. And because of his look, and he had a very kind of intense, very, but after she saw the movie, she actually wrote a letter to Tom Cruise apologizing, saying, you were amazing in the role, and I'm sorry that I doubted you.
Yeah.
So the fact that Tom Cruise was able to do the role so well, be Lestat so well.
Yeah, he embodied Lestat with the nature mostly, because it's okay. Well, the looks are the looks. It's about the nature of the character, about building the character, about the transformation of character during the book, and bringing it over. And also, entire Chronicles of the Vampires are built around specific eras. So every character is representing different era. That's why there is so many differences character-wise between different characters of the movie.
Yeah.
And you have to keep it this way. Otherwise, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Like, you can't change them and or like take away, for example, certain things of their characteristic, because it will completely miss the point.
Yeah.
You can't build the character if you take Louis out of who he was, as how he grew up, what sort of era he grew up, and as who he grew up to begin with.
Yeah.
You will technically lose the concept why he was suffering that much, why he felt like he seduced the slave girl on his in his house and whatever, and it was killing him through entire eternity.
Yeah.
That's why it was such a beautiful character to see, and that's why he was like interacting with Lestat this way, because Lestat didn't have remorse.
No.
But he grew up in the times when remorse didn't exist.
Yeah, his story is a very different story from Louis, which is why I think Lestat was able to embrace his vampirism so much more than Louis did. Yeah.
Louis is simply romantic. It's a romantic era in one person.
Yeah.
And how the romantic era translate into current times. How romantics just can't stand it. Can't exist in that, because nothing about current times is romantic, really.
Well, and it's interesting because I think Lestat is one of them. I feel like he's one of them. He's in the most books, I think, or he's usually kind of the main character.
Yes, he's like the leading character.
Usually,
yes.
Yeah. So, but like how when he turns into a rock star after the fact, which is interesting, how he uses that and his whole
as
persona
a medium to connect again.
Yeah, but that whole persona just, because it meshes so well with the music he's making, so everybody loves him for that, and he just he relishes that attention and that adoration that he gets to be a performer. So whereas Louis just wants to live a quiet, secluded life because he basically hates,
he's constantly
what
suffering.
He is. Yeah, because he hates what he is.
I mean, they technically each one of them hates what they are.
Yeah.
They simply just cope with the trauma differently.
True.
They take it differently. They process it through themselves as a character from different eras, built in different, in different way. And, you will deal with it different if you've been, putting people on pails and, and beheading them and being just raised as a child of, medieval time when everybody been dying. So who cares? Like, you can die from being bit by a rat, and you can die by, being bit by the vampire. So who cares? Like, life was meaningless in medievals, right?
Yeah.
Where, for example, in romantic times, they've been crying over every single person that was dying, right? So it's different concept of upbringings, and that's why this entire chronicles are so interesting, because aside of vampirism that is hot, and then it's drawing it as itself, its entire depth of the character that is behind it, and it is very important to like enhance it. And I think like Tom Cruise did such a great job enhancing it. Oh my god.